In the previous video, we have done configuring Telnet in the router. Next, in this video, we are going to configure SSH in the router. Remember that SSH is more secure than Telnet. So the best practice is always use SSH in the production. Never use Telnet. Okay, let's just start. To configure SSH, we need to create a key. The command is crypto key generate RSA. Okay, here we can see that before generate a key, we need to change the default hostname first. Let's change the hostname. Let's say core router. Now let's try to generate a key again. Okay, here we can see that we also need to configure domain name before generate a key. Let's configure the domain name. The command is IP domain name and then the domain. Let's say here I use agunacors.com. Now let's try to generate a key again. Okay, here we can see that we don't have an error anymore. So remember that before generating a key, we need to configure hostname and domain name first. Here, how many bits in the modulus? Let's use 1024. Okay, now we have done creating a key for SSH. Next, we need to change the transport input in the line VTY. If you remember, earlier we configured the transport input to Telnet. If the transport input is Telnet, so we cannot remote the router using SSH. So now let's change it. Go to line VTY 02 and then transport input SSH. Now we have done configuring SSH in the router. Next, let's try to remote the router using SSH. Let's close it first. And then here, let's open Telnet or SSH client again. Choose SSH, and then put the router IP address. And here we need to type the username. Let's say we will use user1. Connect. And here we need to type the password. The password is password1. Okay, here we can see that we have successfully remote the router using SSH. I think enough for this video. Thank you for watching and see you on the next video.